Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant, The Marsh King's Daughter, starring Daisy Ridley as a woman who is the daughter of a man who is a bit of a survivalist and a criminal. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 12, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Okay, so from the co-writer of The Revenant, the director of Limitless, comes a pretty intense movie. It looks good. I'm not a fan of Daisy Ridley. As you know, I can't stand Natalie Portman because I associate her with the Phantom Menace and that terrible string of movies. But Daisy Ridley, I didn't really see those movies. I just saw the trailer, and I associate her with Star Wars. But this, I can kind of separate her for some reason. So yeah, based on a book by Karen Dion, screenplay by Ellie Smith and Mark L. Smith, directed by Neil Berger. So you got the separation of powers there. I feel like they're on the right track here. I mean, you got a book, lots of detail in the book. Daisy Ridley looking intense. The tattoos help, but I kind of think Daisy Ridley is a little too good looking for the role. She's just a little too hot. I think they needed to ugly her up a little bit more. Even her husband's a little too beautiful. For like people living in the South, I'd expect the guys to ugly up a little bit. A little too just perfect face. I don't know why, but that being said, she looks like she's acting well. She's got a daughter. This is her dad. When she was a little kid, she kept her and her mother, I don't know, basically hostage in the wilderness and did all sorts of wacky things until he was arrested. Now he's busted out of jail, and she believes he's coming after her and her daughter, and she's got to protect him. So first act, she's got this great life, and then suddenly she comes home and the FBI's there, and it's like, what the hell? Your father has escaped. Her husband's like, what do you mean? You told me your father was dead. No, he was in prison. He's the Marsh King, this crazy criminal guy. Then the second act is mostly flashbacks of her growing up with the Marsh King, and then the modern day, him leaving little signs. He's coming to get her, where she got all her wacky tattoos. And then probably by the end of the second act, she realizes she has to go after him, either to bring him in or kill him. Now, it's either going to be super dark, like the Marsh King kills her husband and then she has to kill him before he gets to her daughter, or he probably incapacitates the husband in some way, puts him in the hospital. She's worried about her daughter, like hides them both, and then goes after him. And she learns more about herself and confronts her dark past and blah blah blah. And then as a final thing, either the Marsh King dies or goes back to prison. I think he probably dies, but in The Marsh King's Daughter, a woman with a secret past will venture into the wilderness she left behind to confront the most dangerous man she ever met, her father. In the film, Helena, Daisy Ridley's seemingly ordinary life, hides a dark and dangerous truth. Her estranged father is the infamous Marsh King, Ben Mendelsohn, the man who kept her and her mother captive in the wilderness for years. When her father escapes from prison, Helena will need to confront her past, knowing that he will hunt her and her family. Helena must find the strength to face her demons, outmaneuver the man who taught her everything she knows about surviving in the wild. Now, this is my second take, so I've read that already. I didn't predict it, but I was pretty close in my first take. Yeah, so it looks good. I mean, again, I'm not a huge fan of Daisy Ridley. I normally wouldn't say she could carry a movie. I haven't liked any of the movies she's been in, but this I would say. This I would give a chance. It looks grounded. It looks intense. It's based on a book. It looks like to be directed well. I like the guy. I like Limitless. That was a good movie. Revenant. That was a good movie. So I think it's got everything going for it. The rest of the cast looks fine. It's just that Daisy Ridley's a little too put together for this. Like, why don't you, I don't know, give her, she looks too hot. She's just too slim. Like, give her some gear to bulk her up a little bit or something. Like, she just looks It's too high. But okay, all right. You want to show off dead Daisy Ridley? That's fine with me. But I would see this. Yeah, there's no date on when this is coming out, but it feels like a fall winter movie. So yeah, why not give it a shot? Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. I'm gonna start watching. I think Trump's gonna be on in about a half hour, so don't miss that. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I hope the guys at Louder with Crowder are watching it. All right, that's it for me. We'll see you. We'll see you on Thursday at the Pennsville Book Club. That's tomorrow night at 5:30 if you want to come down to Fort Mont. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.